Hey, Sean McManaman, Mortgages by Sean. So why doesn't the Fed just lower rates? That way mortgage rates would go down. You know, the real estate market would be better. Homes would be more affordable. Rates would be down in the 3s and 4s. Why don't they just do that? Well, that's what you hear from politicians at all levels, from the bottom to the top. That's what you're hearing. Why doesn't the Fed just lower rates? And you hear that from media outlets, and people post that online. And folks, it really is funny to me that they really believe this. I don't know if they really do believe it, though. I think they just spew lies because they just want to get reelected. They don't really give a shit about truth. So, repeat after me, please. The Federal Reserve does not directly control mortgage rates. You can say it 1,000 times. They do not directly control mortgage rates. What the Fed controls is what's called the Fed funds rate. And that's what banks charge each other on their overnight deposit reserves, okay? What it does do is when the Fed does something, it affects the market. Mortgage rates come from the bond market. Supply and demand, buying and selling, just like the stock market. They change every day, and sometimes they change 2 and 3 times during the day. But they are not controlled by the Federal Reserve. If you really want to see what's happening in the mortgage markets, just follow the 10-year Treasury, because rates kind of mimic the 10-year Treasury. Once again, the Fed does not control mortgage rates. And if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates or lowers interest rates, the mortgage rates do the opposite many times. Okay, it's happened in the past. It's going to happen in the future, where the Fed lowers rates, but mortgage rates go up. So this hope and I don't know, that the Fed just needs to do this and everything, it'll fix everything, or we're going to fire Powell and we're going to get another chairman in there and then he'll lower or she'll lower rates and then we'll be all good, is just not true. The politicians, I think, know this, okay? Unless they're really stupid, and I think most of them are. But the bottom line is, it's not the way it works, okay? It's a market-driven commodity, rates are. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Pass this on to a politician that is spewing this crap, and then I can explain it to him like a 2-year-old, because this is the way it works. The Fed does not control mortgage rates. Have a great day. Thank you very much.